Alright, let's look at the homework 7.7, problem number 9. Alright, so we're going to use the Simpsons rule to estimate the volume of the solid obtained by rotating this shaded area. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so part A, we want to rotate it about the x-axis. So you're going to go like that. Alright, so it's going to be probably something like this. So you're going to have a similar shape going here. And approximating disk would look kind of like this. Alright, so we can find the volume using a disk method. So the volume V is going to be integral. Alright, region starts from 2 and ends at 10, so it's a 2 to 10. Alright, then I have to, maybe I'll call this function, say, g. Right, so it's a pi g of x and squared with respect to x. Right, so this will give us the volume. So we want to approximate this using a Simpsons rule. Right, so this is going to be so it's going to be Simpsons rule. N is s. Right, so this is going to be, let's say, delta x. Right, so delta x divided by, and 3. So that's part of the Simpsons rule. Alright, so I'm going to call this guy, f of x, which is square of g. Alright, so you have f of, start from 2. And then you have a 4 times f of 3 plus 2 times f of 4 plus 4 times f of 5 plus 2 times f of 6 plus 4 times f of 7, and the last one is f of 8. So let's find the delta x. Delta x is pretty easy to find because it's b minus 2 over 8, which is n. So 8 over 8 is just 1. So this is going to be just, delta x is 1 over 3. So f of 2, so 2, it's actually 0. 0. Because there's no height there, and then you have to square that, 0 squared, plus 4 times, at 3, you have to kind of measure the height. So I would say that's 1.5. So 1.5 squared plus 2 times, height here at 4 is going to be about 1.8. So 1.8 squared plus 4 times f of 5 is about 2.2, so 2.2 squared plus 2 times, f of 6 is, I guess it's 3, so 3 squared, 4 times f of 7, or actually, I messed it up, sorry. I ended a little bit early, so this is actually 2. And plus 4 f of 9 plus f of 10. So I have to do that. But the 4 times f of 7, so this is about 3.8. So 3.8 squared plus 2 times, at 8 it's 4, so 4 squared plus 4 times f of 9 is about 3.1, something like that. I'll just take 3. And the last one is actually 0 squared. So we need to get this value here. So I'm going to open up Geogebra. So we need to compute. So we have, actually, I forgot to put pi here. So it's a pi times. Pi times. So it's a pi over 3. It's a pi over 3. So let's type that in. Alright, this is going to be pi over 3. So I'll put the pi over 3. Alright, then you have a 0 squared, so 4 times 1.5 squared plus 2 times 1.8 squared, and plus 4 times 2.2 squared plus 2 times 3 squared plus 4 times 3.8 squared plus 2 times 4 squared plus 4 times 3 squared, and then plus 0. So let's just compute that, hit enter. Alright, so it came out to be about the 187. So it's about 187. So I'll just put that in there. About 187. Alright, so let's see if they take this answer here. Alright, so this is 187. Alright, then submit for testing. Alright, looks like we got this one. Then part B is very similar, but we have to rotate about the y-axis. Alright, so in this case, we're going to have to use the shell method. So it's going to look kind of like this. Alright, then you rotate about the y-axis. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so the volume is going to be, alright, so shell method, so it's a 2 pi, then integral is still going from 2 to 10, alright, and we have, let's see, the radius would be just x, and the height is going to be just a g of x, right, and dx. So we can again approximate it by Simpsons Rule, S of 8. So this is going to be, right, so we have 2 pi, right, and delta x is still 1, and over 3, so that's part of the Simpsons Rule. Alright, then what we need to do is here, we need to do, first one is 2 times, and 0, plus 4 times, right, and at that point is times 3 times. Let's see, maybe I should write. Okay, 3 times. Height is 1.5. Alright, so I can kind of follow this. It's going to be 2 times. I have 4 times 1.8. 4 times. Let's see, 5 times 2.2 plus 2 times 6 times 3. Alright, this is 6. And plus 4 times 7 times 3.8. I'm going to go down here. Plus 2 times 8 times 4. Plus 4 times 9 times 3. Plus last one is 10 times 0. Right, so that really doesn't do much. Alright, so let's find this value using Geogebra. Alright, so we got 2 pi over 3, and we're going to multiply by, alright, there are a whole bunch of terms. 2 times 0 is 0, so it's going to be 4 times 3 times, maybe I'll do this, 4 times 3 times 1.5 plus 2 times 4 times 1.8 plus 4 times 5 times 2.2 plus 2 times 6 times 3 plus 4 times 7 times 3.8 plus 2 times 8 times 4 and plus 4 times 9 times 3. And I think that's it. So hit enter. All right. It came out to be 818. So 818 would be the answer. Let's type it in. So it came out to be 818. Right. So let's check the answer. Submit for testing. All right. It came back and looks like we got this one correctly as well. All right. That's it. I hope that this was clear.